Hi, it's been a while. As you can see, I'm officially moved into my new home, and I figured it was about time that I caught you guys up a little bit. But before I do that, let me share with you guys my current chaos.
We interrupt this program to bring you...
I did get some new yarn. And I'm super excited about it. Now, starting off here, because this is the only one that I got that is not spring friendly. It is a 100% superwash merino. It is by the brand Cascade Yarn in the, it's a 220 superwash sport merino, and it is in the color is it me, or do you guys not see a name? I don't see a color name. Well, it's green. We'll call it green. I think this will be beautiful for when fall comes back into play. But as for the upcoming spring, it makes absolutely no sense to have this and use this. So we'll pull that out of the way. To keep it colorful, I got some knit picks. I have seen quite a few content creators talk on and on about knit picks, so I thought it would be a great idea to kind of test it out without having to pay full price. I did get all of these yarns secondhand. If you're someone who doesn't like it, hey, by all means, I understand. I have yet to have a bad experience, except for this one time. Aside from that, every other experience I've had buying yarn secondhand has been a wonderful one, and I have been able to enjoy new types of yarn without having to pay full price, and then if I hate it, feeling super duper bad if I end up donating it or giving it away. For this knit pick yarn, I got the Shine Sport 65 Prime Prima Cotton 40% Modal Crocus. Oh, Modal. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look into that. These are 50-gram skeins. This is in the color Crocus. I also got the color Hydrangea, the color Sky, the color Violet, and the color Green Apple. Absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be a beautiful spring palette for me to enjoy. I'm hoping to maybe make a skirt with this. Who knows? But this color scheme is absolutely beautiful. I'm excited to kind of play around with colors for the upcoming spring. Since I have been working with True Blue yarn for the scrunchie that I'm making, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it, I decided, since I'm enjoying that, I wanted to test out with some colors and color combinations, and what better way to test those out with some fun spring colors. So I got 2 packs here. The first color here, again, this is Lion's brand True Boo 100% rayon from bamboo. It is so soft, so supple, really wonderful to feel and work with. And this is the color Mint. Then I have the color Celery, which is a really nice bright green. Then we have the obvious white. And last but not least, we have light blue. And all of these are weight 3. they do require you to use it is a 4mm hook. These are the colors that I got, and that's not including the colors that I already have. I do have plans for an upcoming Organize With Me yarn video, so stay tuned for that. So you'll get to see a lot more of the other color combinations I have in Trubu. Now for the final pack for the yarn, it is going to be this one here. This yarn is the Debbie Bliss. This is the Debbie Bliss Stella, and it's 60% silk, 20% rayon, and 20% cotton. And this is a beautiful, another beautiful green color. Let's see what the name is. Looks like, yet again, we don't have a name. So we're just gonna call her what she is, which is a lime green. Then we have this one here, which is the Cotton Angora, which is 80% cotton, 20% Angora. We have the Amalfi. This one is 70% cotton, 15% viscose, 10% linen, and 5% silk. This one is a Fair Trade Eco Collection. This one's 100% organic cotton. Then we have a Bella, which this one is 85% cotton, 10% silk, 5% cashmere. Then this is a nice plushy plump one, a Cashmerino Chunky. This one is 55% merino wool, 33% microfiber, and 12% cashmere. Microfiber is a synthetic fiber, by the way. This is the Rialto 4-ply, and it's 100% merino wool. So obviously for the wools, we will be pushing them aside for the upcoming spring and summer months. And then I have this one, which, oh, I wish you could feel this. It is absolutely divine. This is by Debbie Bliss as well. And this, oh, it doesn't say. This is probably the softest yarn I've ever felt, and it is in this beautiful, beautiful purple color. That is all the yarn I have. Now for the buttons. With everything that is currently trending, all the fun little accent pieces that people are adding on to their crochet, i.e. buttons, as well as beads and little pearls, which I'm definitely planning to get pearls. I love pearls. It's one of my favorite little stones. I decided to get some buttons, obviously for some tops that I'll be making, but also as fun accent pieces. Okay, let's start with this. This is a little brooch I got. It says, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, nothing shall be impossible unto you. Matt 1720. I thought the brooch itself was gorgeous with the 3 little flowers and the beautiful lacy back detail. And I'm super excited to see how I can play around, whether it's with a scarf, adding it as a hair piece, which I can see myself doing, or even just having it as a nice little pop to put on a top. So this is going to be super fun to play with. And then I have the buttons. We're going to get a little messy here, guys, so bear with me. Up, rogue button. All right. Let's move these aside. Oh, look, these are, speaking of little beads, we've got some tiny little fun beads to play with here. It looks like these are those little like sparkle gem flakes. I'm not sure what they're called, but we've got a couple. We got some more little fun beads here, if you can see them. These are beautiful, beautiful little silver button pieces. And it looks like we have a lot to work with. Super excited. I am planning to buy some organizers for the buttons, because initially I thought, why not just leave them inside of a jar? Because, you know, why not? And then I started thinking about it, and Xavier was like, I don't know how you can do that. That would drive me insane. Well, guess what? It drove me insane. So I am planning to buy some organizers to break this up a little bit. Ooh, that's dangerous. So that I have a little bit better organization for me to find things a little easier. Oh, speaking of pearls, look, I've got a couple of pearls in here. They're these pretty pink, pale pink pearls. So gorgeous. These are all the buttons I have from one seller that I got. There's some really pretty, it looks like square buttons in here. Oh, there goes another one. And then we have some really pretty gold pieces. That's a really nice accent piece. And then we have these, which are interesting. Looks like, oh, that's nice. That is a very elegant piece. It looks like not a lot of the buttons match, which is okay. Oh, I spoke too soon. Here's some matching pieces right here for the gold. Oh, it looks like these are matching as well, but they're just different sizes. These are also matching as well, but they're different sizes. And we have this. Here's another set of these little gold ones. And then we have some really pretty pink ones too. Looks like they match, but they're also different sizes. Got some funky shapes too as well, which is pretty cool. All right, and then we have, let's just move this to the side. I'll clean that up in a second, and then we'll drop this down in a little bit more controlled. Now this one, if you haven't seen, I did show this one on my Instagram. I did a mini video, and I think I posted it on my YouTube as well, so you might have seen it, but I was talking about this. This was my first haul of buttons that I got. This is the second one that came in the mail, and this one is a lot more interesting in the types of buttons that it has versus this one seems a little bit more safe, dare I say, because there's not as much interesting colors, but there are some interesting pieces. This one has this beautiful big red one, and you have this nice little spiral one, and then you have a lot more sets in this one, like the set of 4 pink, this set of 6 for this red. You got some fun pieces like these teddy bear, which are super, super adorable. Can't wait to make something with that. We have these, which are pretty nice. Where's the second one? I believe there's 3. Yep, there's 3. And these are these really cute little ladybugs. Perfect for the spring. You have some funky, interesting, refined, regal ones here. It seems like there's a lot more sets in this one. Look, there's quite a few of this turquoise one. We have another one of this blue one. They have these really pretty purple ones, which I think there's about, 3 of them, which is gorgeous. And then there's this really fun one here. This one is probably one of my favorites. It has a crescent moon on it. Isn't that just whimsical? Oh, but yes, these are all of the buttons that I have. I'm super excited to play around with them. I've already done a couple of ideas as far as how I would like to style some of these buttons, which include some tops. I also want to try it on some scrunchies and hair pieces, maybe add some closures for some shorts for the upcoming spring and summertime. The ideas are just endless, and I'm so excited about that. What would you do with some of these buttons? I would love some inspiration. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you guys would do with all these buttons or some of these buttons, because, well, I have a lot of them and I don't think I'll be using all of them, so any ideas would be useful. But aside from that, that's pretty much it for my haul. So that is pretty much it for the video. Oh wow, it's actually pretty windy outside. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, let me know. If there were some things you wish I did differently, also let me know. But remember to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my videos. And I do have a video currently in the works. My next video will be a spring patterns video. A little windy. My next video will be a spring patterns video, but it will be with a twist. I'm learning how I want to style myself based on my body type and what color palette looks best on me. So I figured I'd incorporate that into these spring patterns videos. Just so you guys know, I am a soft natural, so a lot of the patterns that I will be speaking about and sharing with you guys are patterns that look good on women who have the same body style as me. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe so you get the notification. If you made it this far, comment which button you liked. which of the buttons that you enjoyed. Mine is definitely the crescent moon, and I think I have an idea for a little cape that I want to do for a Renaissance fair. But what button did you like, and what would you make with it? Because I have a lot of buttons, and again, I need some ideas because there's almost only so much this well has before it runs dry. But thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Love ya. Bye.